Welcome. We are here once again, bringing you a fabulous show because we're in the know. We don't have a tagline or a theme song. We'll work on that.
Create your best life ever.
That is our moniker.
That's it.
Yeah, we're here at Good Morning Goddess. Today we're going to talk about praise, pride, and self-confidence.
And what a genius I am.
Yes, because that's where
and
it
what
starts.
a diva you are.
Within.
She even does a song.
I do several songs. And very well, I might add. So that's what we're going to talk about today, because when we're starting our show, Good Morning Goddess, which is, by the way, sponsored by Goddess Camp International. I got the call last night.
What is Goddess Camp International?
Why, thank you for asking. Blatant plugs on our own show. Goddess Camp International is...
For our thing.
Yeah, yes, is a place where women come together with praise, power, and pleasure to create their best lives ever. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
So,
briefly, it is an opportunity for women to come together in order to support one another and create really powerful, deep, and intimate relationships. There are some groups out there that are doing fun social things, but this is a group that is designed to help women to support each other in growing and glowing and becoming their best selves.
Yes. And we do it really well. We do. That's we're emphasizing that today because the topic is praise. And the topic is self-love, self-confidence, self-empowerment, because no one can do it for you.
Can I throw in one thing?
Please do.
If you're interested in Goddess Camp International, go to the website.
Yes, good idea.
What's the name of it?
Thank you. GoddessCamp.com. You have to say it like that, like from Boston. GoddessCamp.com. Okay? With 2 S's.
You'll find out how you can set up your own camp.
Mm-hmm.
You can even invite one of us, the originals, to come and help you set your camp up and get started.
Yes.
We've got a book that tells you how to do it, everything.
Yeah, we're good. No,
so
really
if you've got some girlfriends that you want to pull together and that you'd like to grow together, invite them for a goddess camp and see what you can make happen and how you can support each other.
Exactly. So, when we say you can have anything you want...
Anything.
We're very serious about that at camp. Because people look at us and go, but I've asked, I wanted. I told him what I wanted for 17 years. He still doesn't give it to me. Because it's all about self-responsibility, self-love, self-confidence. So today we're going to talk about praise, pride, and self-confidence, as opposed to egotistical bantering and machinations of self-aggrandizement.
Well, you know, one of the things I think we need to hit on, if we're talking about this lofty topic, is the idea of humility, because everybody wants to be humble because it looks good. We don't believe in humility.
It doesn't look good on paper.
But you know, there's humility and there's humility. There's the humility everybody thinks is humility, and then there's the humility that's real. And humility that's real says that I'm good, I'm great, and I don't know it all. So I'm still opening to learn. That's real humility.
Right. And I want to comment on what I just commented on.
You could say that easily.
Thank you. It's early. It really is early, folks. We get up for you. My voice is not even attached to the cords yet. So, when people say it's important to be humble, we're raised with that sense of, oh, don't be such a big shot. And why are you always bragging?
Make yourself less than.
And don't
hide your light under a bushel basket.
Right. So you won't make other people feel less than or intimidated. And I said it doesn't look good on paper, and that's true. What do you have to do when you go out for a job? When you stand up and run for a school office or a PTA position or something where you have to tell people what you do and why you're good at it? Most people are like, they're just a deer in the headlight. Like, I have to brag about myself? I have to, tell you what I'm good at? That's something that I don't feel people or children should ever have to, be afraid of saying what they're good at.
But the thing is, you got to know what you're bringing. That's the essence of self-confidence. What do I have to offer? I do an exercise with a lot of my clients where we stand in front of a mirror and we go through physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, and we talk to ourselves about what I love most about myself in each of these areas. And if you do that exercise every so often, you're going to come up with new stuff. And you're going to know from your own inner truth what you're bringing, and that's the essence of self-confidence.
Exactly. And it is something you have to practice. Let me say, this is why we're giving you the steps of power prayer treatments today, which you didn't know until I just said that. Because it really is. And we're on one of the first parts, which is confidence. Because you can't ask for something unless you really believe there's a chance of you getting it. And there's no chance of getting it if you won't let it in. You can keep asking, praying, whatever,
please,
beseeching, and really hoping someone's going to give you the lottery tickets, numbers, the winning ones, I hope. But it's not going to come to you until you are mentally and emotionally aware and believing that you can have it. Doesn't matter how it comes to you or how it looks when it gets there. But the feeling of what you're asking for has got to be something you really believe in.
And one of the things you can do when you're playing with this, because it's my favorite game.
Is it?
Yes. You know, I'm looking for that house near the ocean.
She's big on asking.
So I spend a lot of time there. It's like I'm giving it a rehearsal. I will go there in my mind and sit on the balcony and sip my wine and look at the waves, and it feels so good.
Yeah.
And I hang out there for at least 5 to 10 minutes a day.
Sometimes she's late for work.
Or longer.
Oh.
And I know it's coming, and it feels so good because I am attuning myself to that reality.
Right. Now at camp we have a wonderful, another process where we can practice this, because it is about getting yourself used to saying, I'm good. I am good at that. And someone praises you and says, you know, that was really, really good. And we say, thank you. I know. And we always laugh, because no matter how much we practice this, how many years, like 8 years, it always feels a little bit like we should have said that, right? We should be like more humble. And then we say, no, humble is stupid. It just is.
It doesn't serve your upliftment.
Right.
You know, that humility that we are taught about is something that tends to undermine us if we do that. We got to hide. We got to pretend. We got to... No. Like I said, when someone asks you to write down what you're really good at, and you have to write a resume, it's on paper. Humility doesn't look good on paper. You can't say, well, I'm kind of sort of good at this job, and I like to type, but it's really bad. But, you know, give me a shot because I'm nice. That's not going to get you hired. And nice ain't all it's cracked up to be either.
Yeah, let's not go. Nice would be another whole show.
Yeah.
Nice, being nice, and the mean girl. Yeah. So anyway, so having the confidence getting the confidence that praise and pride gives you is something you can only give yourself. You can only really hone it by practicing. Yeah. And so I want you to think of, as part of your homework now, I want you to list...
giving homework?
We always give homework. Remember last week we gave homework?
Oh, okay.
The homework was to spend the whole day with a set an intention of, I expect people to be nice to me and treat me with love and respect, or at least like and respect, all day long. At work, with my kids, with my family and friends. It was a good show. Mm-hmm. You should watch it. We're on YouTube at... Goddess Camp channel, the Goddess channel, one of those channels.
We're working on it. We're working
on it. But goddesscamp.com is going to have all that information. So, your homework this time is to... I forgot, because I got to just kind of like, ooh, squirrel.
What is it? You can
coffee.
You can do it.
You can sip coffee. Oh.
Confidence.
Nice mug.
Confidence.
Must be true.
What's the confidence homework?
Yes. So your confidence homework is to write down 10 things that you're really good at and you know it. Now, you don't have to show anyone this list because it might, kind of freak you out to go, look what I'm good at. And your husband, I'm sorry, might go, in your mind. And your kids might go, yeah, right, Mom, please don't tell my friends and drop me off at the corner before we get to school. As usual, the people that love us the most are not always in favor of our up-leveling to become better, because that is going to change our world.
And the dynamics.
And theirs.
And the dynamics between. So, in our lives, we have these kind of unwritten agreements with people, these patterns and programs that we play out in dances with each other, and little games that we play sometimes, and some of them are fun. Some of them aren't.
Some of them are not. They're just patterns and habits. And you think you can't get out of them, but really anything that you're into in life, any repeated emotional abuse, anything that's happening repeatedly with your spouse, your sweethearts, or your kids, you can get out of that pattern of behavior and say, I want something better, I deserve something better, and the self-confidence that you're building here is going to allow you to believe that you can have it.
And what you have to realize is that when you do change the rules of the game with the people that you're playing with, they may resist a little bit. And when they resist, that's a part of the game for you. Because part of stepping into your power is taking a stand for yourself. And a lot of us have been taught not to do that.
Right.
I know the last few years I've been working on that really diligently.
Yeah.
You know, asking for what I want, taking a stand, setting boundaries, all those wonderful kinds of things.
Right.
So they're going to resist. But taking a stand will help them to know that you actually mean business. And it will change their world for the better as well.
It really
In
is.
fact, you cannot screw it up if you're taking care of yourself, right?
Right, and I love that point. When you do what's right for you, it's right for everyone who loves you or says they do.
And if it doesn't work for them, they'll leave.
Well, it's kind of hard for kids to leave home. But what they do, especially since we all know they come back after 21, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, we love them, and at least they have a job by then, right? Because we have boundaries now. Yeah, what you said, I could just hear the audience, because I can do that, being psychic.
Oh,
I could hear those ladies saying, I have to set boundaries, I have to make agreements, and I have to write a list of what I'm good at. It's just too much. You don't have to do it all at once, but you do have to begin.
Yeah.
And that's why we say you begin with yourself. You begin within. You don't march into the breakfast room now after you've watched the show and go, all right, you guys, I'm setting boundaries. And they're like, good, Mom, what time's dinner? You know, and I'm not meaning to talk to the stay-at-home mom. I have a lot of experience with that. I'm also talking to the woman or the stay-at-home dad or the person who does have a lot going on in life and wants more. How, there's that word again, how can we ask for more if part of us believes we don't deserve to have it or we're never going to get it because we've asked before? The how we get it doesn't matter except in how we believe that it's possible. Our self-worth is everything in life.
You know what it comes down to?
Tell me.
This, I got at Goddess Camp. And it was huge. You remember, I got a popper for this.
Okay.
It is knowing deep down in your soul that you're lovable. Can you say that right now?
I am lovable.
I mean it.
Okay, do mean it. I really do mean it.
Because
Take me a lot of
once you really believe that, everything comes from there. And the key is that, you know, we're all taught about love your neighbor as yourself. But I think what's really important is that we miss out on the loving yourself part. We're taught to self-sacrifice, and we're taught, you know, to focus outward. But if you really take the time to love yourself well, to listen to your inner guidance, to listen to what you really need, want, and desire, and make sure that you get it, then you're going to be much better at loving other people because you're going to be more aware of and sensitive to what might be going on with another person because you've listened to yourself.
Right. And that phrase is very important to many people. Love thy neighbor as thyself. As thyself, they either leave off the sentence or they go, well, I don't care much about myself. They're smoking and drinking. So why should I care about my neighbor?
And everybody says, oh, I wouldn't do it for myself. I would do it for someone else.
Yes.
And everybody says, oh, isn't that wonderful? Isn't that selfless?
She's so selfless. And she has cancer now. And I'm not making fun of it. I got 2 moms died of cancer, honey, so I know where this leads.
Yeah,
and
it
if you want
doesn't
to talk
work.
about cancer,
It doesn't work.
we'll have a very serious show about that some other time. But what I want to say is, I'll get off the cancer subject because it's near and dear to my heart. The fact is, women who are selfless and constantly giving to others often say, when is my turn?
I've said that.
And the answer is, you don't get one. You're never giving yourself a turn. There's no ticket out there that you have to go and get the brass ring or the golden ticket in order to get a turn. You have to give yourself
You are
a
in
turn.
charge. You're in charge.
You're responsible. And you can do that with love. You can lovingly set boundaries. And you can say, my turn. And people go, oh, cool. Or, well, it's about time. Or, well, why not, Mom? What were you waiting for?
You know, one of the things I love to do for myself, I am one of these people I'm an entrepreneur. You know, we don't get a lot of time off, we entrepreneurs, because it's always calling. But every once in a while I get to a point where I say, I need a day off.
Day off.
I need a day off. And I let my family know, this is my day off, don't even talk to me. I'm going to be completely selfish, self-full.
Self-full.
And I am going to not talk to anybody, do anything nice for anybody else. I am not going to be of service in any way. I am going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to rest, and everybody leave me alone.
And how many years did it take you to develop that ability to give it to yourself?
Well, let me tell you this. I've been doing it for years. But at first, it was like I almost had to chain myself to the bed or the chair.
And lock the doors.
And lock the doors. And all the things in my head that were calling me, oh, you've got to do this, and no, you need to do that. And I would just go, no, I'm resting.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to the point now where I really can do it and relax and enjoy myself watching movies or reading or sitting on the beach or whatever it is I want to do for myself.
That's right. And that's part of your homework, by the way.
More homework.
Is to sit on the beach. No, is to observe yourself doing this. Because it really will be a point of pride for you to say, I have grown and I watched or observed my growth. When you say, I've come a long way, really, where did you come from if you didn't keep notes, if you didn't keep track of how it used to be and have an intention of how you want it to be, and then, wait for it, enjoy the journey.
Whoa.
To getting there. That's
a big piece.
Because it is life that we're talking about, and we're talking about how to make life better than ever, making your life, creating it to be better than ever, and it's about enjoying it along the way as each section, topic, area of your life gets better.
So let's say you've decided to assert a self-full day.
Self-full day.
And your family's going, but Mom, but I need. And you say, you know what? This is my time. Take care of yourself. And
you can
inside, you're going,
they need me.
And you feel the pull, and you feel the strain, and you feel the resistance, and all the things you feel. Mm-hmm. That, you can look at that as something hard and struggling and challenging, or you can look at it as building your muscles. Deal with it. Yeah. You know, it's like when you're working out at the gym. At first, you know, it's a little hard, but it gets more fun and it gets better. And so enjoying the journey means that you see your progress, that you know you're getting where you need to go, and you're achieving victories moment by moment, even in the midst of something that seems like a struggle.
Right, right. Exactly. So I know we have to wrap it up because we're having so much fun. It's been 20 minutes already. Not that we have any limitations on life, but
we don't have any.
We don't. We like to keep it short. And some of us are going to work at our other jobs because we only have 3 as entrepreneurs. Say that word. So to wrap it up, praise yourself, have pride in what you're doing, make a list of 10 things that you really do well so that you have some place to start with. I am good, aren't I? Thank you. I know.
And enjoy
the journey.
Have a great day. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time on Good Morning Goddess.
Good morning, Goddess.
You turn it off. It's closer to you.